all that wisdom you've picked up over the years? Ever thought it could be, well, more than just memories? What if all those life lessons, the good, the bad, all of it, could actually become the foundation of a real, thriving business? Well, today we're going to dive into a business model that does exactly that.
So let's just cut right to the chase with this question. Could your wisdom actually become your work? I mean, really think about that for a second. It's a pretty powerful idea, right? And that's exactly what we're going to unpack here. All right, so first up, let's talk about the midlife opportunity, because to really understand what's going on here, you have to ask, why this and why now? What's making this business model boom, like right this second? Okay, so to really see the potential here, we've got to zoom out a bit. Look, the whole coaching industry, it's huge, it's booming. And in that world, your personal brand, your own experience, that's not just some nice little extra, it is the product. And that right there creates the perfect soil for a niche like this to just take off. And this is where it gets super interesting. Inside that giant coaching world, there's this one group of people that honestly has been kind of overlooked. We're talking about midlife women. You know, they're often at this major crossroads in life. Maybe the kids are grown, maybe they're looking for a totally new challenge, or they're finally ready to chase the dream they put on hold years ago. And what they're hungry for isn't some generic advice from a textbook. No way. They want guidance from someone who gets it, someone who's walked a similar path. So this isn't just about a business plan, you see. It's about filling a real, deeply felt need. Okay, so that leads us perfectly into our next bit. What is this role exactly? We've talked about the why this is such an opportunity. Now let's get into the what. Like, what does a coach like this actually do? And here's the definition, and it really hits the nail on the head. The job is to help women, generally in that 40 to 60 age range, start, grow, or pivot a business. But, and this is the important part, look at those words clarity and confidence. This tells you the role is just as much about mindset and empowerment as it is about, marketing plans and spreadsheets. And the way you deliver that support, it's not just one thing. You've got different tools in your toolkit. You can do those really focused one-on-one calls for deep dive strategy. Then there are online programs, which let you help a lot more people at once. And you've also got small group sessions, which are amazing for building community. It's that flexibility, that mix and match approach that really makes the model work. A huge piece of the puzzle is knowing where your client is on their journey. A client might come to you right at square one, just trying to get an idea off the ground. Or maybe they've got a business, but they're just stuck. They've hit a wall and need a fresh perspective. And then you have the ones who are ready to completely reinvent themselves, to pivot in a whole new direction. As the coach, you're the guide for all three of those paths. All right, let's switch gears and look at the business model itself, because this is a really modern way of doing things, and the practical upsides, well, they're massive. I mean, this comparison really says it all, doesn't it? Think about a traditional business. You're paying for an office, you've got all this overhead, you're stuck in one location. Now look at the online coaching model. It just flips that whole script. You're working from home, your overhead is super low, just a few essential tools, and you're not tied to any one place. Your clients can be anywhere in the world. So let's just recap the key features that make this so darn appealing. It's fully home-based. Everything is delivered online, over Zoom or even just the phone, and you don't need a physical office. This is a business model built for the world we live in now. It means your market isn't your town, it's the entire globe. That just blows the doors open, lowers the barrier to getting started, and gives you a level of freedom that's a real game changer. So we've gone through the why, the what, and the how. But the most critical piece of this is the who, and the who is you. So this last section, this is really about the most powerful, most empowering part of this whole idea. Okay, so we've established you don't need a fancy office. The overhead is low. So if it's not about having expensive software or the best address in town, what is it? What's the one tool, the most valuable thing you absolutely need to make this work? It's simple. It's your own life experience. Seriously, all of it. Your wins, your failures, the lessons you learned the hard way, the empathy you built along the way. That is the core of your business. It's the one thing no one else has. It's completely, uniquely yours. And guess what? That's exactly what the right people are out there looking for. So we'll leave you with this to think about. When you boil it all down, the market, the business model, the whole mission, it really just comes down to one question you have to ask yourself. What experiences have you been through? And how could you use that wisdom you earned to help empower someone else on their journey?